recording? Yeah, I'm recording. I look real rough. I've been up for many hours for many days working on this thing, and I just got to share it with somebody. So this is off the cuff. It's gonna be whatever it is. No editing, and I just got to show it to you. I've got this old Sony A5100. That's what it is. It's a Sony A5100. It is a teeny tiny little camera. I don't know if you know this or not, but these little cameras run on they run on Android, and that Android system has been reverse engineered. A long time ago, it was reverse engineered and exploited, shared online, and people have made a couple homebrew apps to do small things. But I always just thought, like, if it's Android, theoretically somebody could build an app where you could just like load in your own LUTs for your own looks and grain and take control of everything and do combinations, like all sorts of combinations. And that's what I did. It is not like I'm some intelligent super genius or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy who was curious what's possible, and I took advantage of AI. I've been using Gemini. I've been using Perplexity, and I just bounce things back and forth between them to cross-check things, and I dump it all into GitHub's web editor, and I compile right there. And then I send it over ADB to my camera. I'm already sounding nerdy, I realize that. Anyway, I want to show you what I built. So this is what I got, and this is kind of a crude setup, but again, I'm tired, guys. I've been working on this too much. So right now it's just called Sony JPEG Cookbook. You can already see the screen. I've loaded up a couple of my favorite LUTs in here just to test. In the top hand corner, that is the name of the LUT that's in there. It's in RTL2, so real-time look 2. So you can kind of see where that's going. It is like a recipe, basically, that you're building. And then you can change things around in here. Some of these buttons are not what they say on your camera. You don't have buttons like you would expect. So you have to remap some things. But if I go over to here, I can scroll through different settings. I can change my shutter speed, my aperture, my ISO, my exposure, and I had to hijack. You can't just press play, at least in my current setup. If I hit play, it'll show all the unedited photos, which this captures unedited and edited photos. Oh my gosh. But I hijacked it, and you can click that, and it'll show a low res of what you're taking pictures of, just so you know really what you got. To escape that, you hit the menu button. All right, let's get into the goods here. So when you dial in here, you have all sorts of settings. Can you read that? So proxy, this is an old camera. It's really limited, and I'm still working on trying to optimize everything. I will get there, I hope. But right now, proxy is the fastest, and it's a 1.5 megapixel photo. It is small little guy. But honestly, if you're viewing it, I look at it on my 4K monitor, it is fine for sharing social. You can bump it up a little bit and go to 6, or you can go the full sensor to 24 megapixels. All this changes is how long it takes to read out. Here are your slots. So slot 1 I have loaded up with a LUT. I can change that LUT, right? I can dial in the opacity of that LUT. I can change the grain size if I want off. I'm noticing this is very, very hard. I should probably change the colors around. Low, low plus, mid, mid plus, high. So you have control of the grain amount, grain size, small, medium, large, highlight roll off. Some of these things still have to be tweaked, tested, dialed in, vignetting. And then I'm looking in, these say locked, not because I'm trying to keep anything from anybody. I just haven't figured out how to control them yet. So to be able to dial in your combination of things here, the white balance shift, the dynamic range, and then you save it. when you exit. It saves the settings. If you delete the app, this writes to your SD card in a specific text file within a Luts folder that will store it. So next time you load it up, it's got it all. So yeah, let's just take a picture real quick. You'll see what it looks like. What do I have it set to? Proxy. And I got some green on there stuff. Okay. Out of focus. So again, it's not the fastest thing in the world. I'm working on optimizing it. 2 days ago, it would crash anytime you try to take any picture. Like 1.5 megapixel was too much for the RAM on here. So the fact that it's even processing 24 megapixels at all, see, that wasn't terrible. It's something else. I think it's usable for walking around casual shots. Let's do another one, and I'll take a picture of something else just so we could tell. My desk is a mess. So it's processing. It tries to prevent you from like pressing any buttons. I think if I press the shutter button, it doesn't let me do it. Menu button might pop up and stop the processing going on. I still have to put some controls in here, and it takes a little bit longer for that 6 megapixel. But if you just take a picture and you walk off, you're fine. So this is what it's like. I'm telling you, I'm totally spent. I'm supposed to be working right now, but it finished while we were talking there. Like I said, let's go into review. They're going to be low res previews because it's the full image. I still need to figure out how to intercept or display it through the native viewer. Okay, so another app that I built in here. So I can view these guys easily without having to take the SD card out is a manager. And then it lets me, gosh, it's terrible, connect to my home Wi-Fi, which I already have set up, or start camera hotspot for travel. So I already have my home Wi-Fi set up in here. It's gonna load up. Come on, come on. I feel like that's taking longer than normal. Okay. And then I can come over to my browser. This is just my browser, and I hit refresh. I'm still working on this as well. It could be better. I want to, actually I had it where it would do like 50 at a time so it wouldn't load everything. But these are the originals, right? So this is the original, hey, there I am. The original photo, and I'm viewing it here. I can rotate it. I can save it to my device. It's got the metadata, right? Or I can say, you know what? Show me the recipe version. So these are a whole bunch of things that I took pictures of in testing. Who knows what I took pictures of? These, and I've just now started to capture them. So I got to tweak this web viewer. These are full res being scaled down with Java in here. So they load a little bit slower. But like I said, I've figured out how to capture the thumbnail. So I think I'll be able to speed this up, and then showing like 50 at a time, it won't be so slow either. But they have the exact same name, so if you want to pair them up with the originals, you can. That is with some grain, some LUT going on. I can update that with the data. I know you won't be able to necessarily tell. Did I say tail? I'm telling you, I need sleep real bad. That's a blurry picture of a basketball. And that blurry picture of a basketball without anything applied to it. So it works out pretty well. Oh, there's my daughter. You can select multiple. You can download multiple. You can go to just today. So you have a way to, what am I getting at here? I'm rambling, like I said, I'm super tired. You have a way to view what you put on there easily. And you can distribute it that way or whatever. There's a lot to be done here still. I'm tired and I wanted to show somebody. So if you like it or you're curious about it, let me know. I'm looking for people to hammer it out on different cameras. Like I said, I only have an A5100 that supports this that I can run it through. It's a lower spec. Thought we stopped recording there for a second. It's a lower spec camera, so maybe like an A6500 just blows through all of this, no problem. But then again, maybe um, an earlier model. I'm trying to think of earlier models. Like fried right now. Sony NEX5 might struggle with it, but I don't know. If you see something that I can add into there, I'm totally interested. I don't know how to distribute this necessarily. I thought about doing the whole GitHub thing. That's where it's all being built at. But a whole lot of work has gone into this, and I'd like to be able to continue supporting it, um, if possible. I did add some tip jars on there just to help out. I don't expect anything, um, but maybe if I get a monster today, that I can make it through work. Okay, I gotta get back to work.